Crypto is dumping towards the downside. It's creeping lower and lower, and it's dragging HBar, Quant, Jasmy, whatever you can think of with it. If you look across to crypto bubbles, we have a sea of red everywhere. What on earth do we do right now? Well, guys, relax. Hit that like button, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this crypto dump. So what we can see, guys, is Bitcoin, and it's sliding, and I think it's going to continue to slide lower and lower. Now, one thing is for sure. I don't know where Bitcoins are going to finish. You don't know, and no one exactly knows where Bitcoin's going to finish up. What does that tell us about what's happening in crypto right now? Well, it tells us that we have no control over the price action. We have no control whether charts move up or down. We have no control about anything to do with crypto. But there is one thing we do have control of, and it is, one, our own emotions, and two, whether we are buying something or selling something right now. And this is the key point from all of this. I tell you in every video that I make, pretty much, some key life lessons when it comes to cryptocurrency. Now, crypto is an extremely interesting beast. Loads of people hate it right now. And then tomorrow, if it pumps, everyone would love it again. But no one knows if it's going to pump or fall down. So instead of worrying about something you can't control because it's going to drive you crazy, I promise you that, you need to focus on a few different areas. And this is going to help us to make solid decisions. If we've already made some mistakes, then we can perhaps rectify those mistakes if we get a massive dump towards the downside. Now, I'm talking that Bitcoin could potentially see a dump like this. Now, at least I think that we're going to fall another 8 to 10%. I think we could even see a fall down towards $20,000 if a worst case scenario unfolds. That's not for sure. I don't know what's going to happen. But I do know if that does happen, HBars, Quants, Jasmys, etc. are all going to fall another 30-40% from the current price that they're sat at. Well, you're like, oh, well, you told me to buy this and I bought that and I did this because this guy in this group told me it was a good idea. And this is your biggest problem. No one, including myself, has ever told you to buy anything. They may have told you that they were buying something. They may have told you that this is a good purchase. I still believe that every crypto right now is a good purchase, with the exception of like frog coins and stuff like that. So since we have no control over this and we want to stay sane and not lose the plot, well, we need to be a bit more sensible about what we've been doing. Right now, if you are absolutely dripping with sweat and panicking with massive crazy fear, it's probably because one of two things happened. No, it's probably because one thing happened. You invested more money than you could afford to lose. Let's say you have X amount of money left over till the end of the month to pay your rent, and you used it to invest in Bitcoin because you thought maybe you could double it, pay your rent, and then go for a nice meal or whatever it is. And if you put too much money in, you will get really emotionally sickened by these drops. But I know what you like, guys, because I'm the same. Obviously, I put more money in than I can afford to lose sometimes. But it's how I adapt to that as it goes down. Now, many people in my free Telegram, which is linked down below, I saw when certain coins had been falling, said, oh, I've sold up. I'm selling this. I'm selling this. Right now, I can tell you a scenario. Let's say that Bitcoin literally stops in the tracks, $26,175, and you sell, okay? You're selling on the idea that it could happen like this. And it could. You might be right. You might get it right. But what are you going to do if that happens? And this happened before, okay? It's happened before and it will happen again. Who knows if it's going to happen now? No one knows. So what I'm saying is, I'm not telling you it's going to bounce. I'm not going to tell you it's dropping. But if you go and sell right now, and it bounces like this, I guarantee that that money you took out, which you've probably taken out if you've been buying up here at like, I don't know, like a 20% loss, you will then chuck in probably around here. Okay, so you'll lose 20% down here, it will go up here, and then you'll buy back in with the 80% of the original amount. Is that dumb? Looking back on it, it is very dumb. But if you were sensible and you did what I told you many videos before, and you dollar cost average into things, leaving always a little bit in the tank, then you probably wouldn't be sitting there panicking right now. And let's look at another crypto as an example. Now here we are over on HBar, everyone's favorite, right? And I drew this green box telling you that this was a good buy zone. Was it a good buy zone? Well, yeah, it was much better than buying up here or paying up here if you were ultimately very emotional. So, you know, I still got a good price. But now you can see we're falling down below. So now every penny I put in here is now at a loss. So I use always this $100 example. I told you that if I had $100, instead of putting my $400 into HBar at this price, I would put in, let's say, $75, or if I was a bit conservative, I would put in $50. And do you know why I do that? Well, because if the price then continues to dump and we end up down at the next buy zone, which could happen, okay, then you're going to see HBar down another 25%. It means that if I put in $100 in this green box, I would now only have $70. However, if I put in my $50 here and it goes down 30%, I've lost $15. So now I'm on $35. But now what I can do is I can put in another $50. Okay, well, that brings my total in this box of actual current net worth of HBar to $85. If $85 goes back up to here, I make 40% on $85, which is a $34 profit, which means I then got a total of $119. Back at the point at which I might have paid my $400 into this. Now, we're anticipating with all cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, that they are going to be all worth much more than they are right now. That means that we're just looking for better prices to buy at, and HBar is now giving us a chance to buy in a little bit lower. Happy days. I am not panicked because I've got some money left over to fill up my bags and bring down my price, and then I'm happy. Actually, if you are doing things right now, then you actually don't want the markets to be pushing towards the upside. If you're doing things correctly right now, you want them to stay low as long as possible. And that's probably quite weird, okay? But if you've been thinking that every day that must go up, it must go up, it must go up, you're in too deep and you don't have any other backup plan. So all I'm saying, guys, have a plan. Stick to your plan. Understand that markets move up and they move down. We don't know where they're going to stop. We don't know where they're going to start again. We don't know any of these things. We can't control them. A good trader doesn't know exactly where the charts are going to turn around. All they know is how to control themselves when they do. That's the very simple message I have for you to deal with a crypto market dumping towards the downside. I know a lot of you are new. I know you're very panicked. And if you have gone all in right now on a particular currency and you're like, I put all my money into HBar and HBar is now down 30% on me. Guys, if you did your research correctly in the first place, you'll understand that HBar is a really solid project. It's got loads of good stuff going for it. Yeah, it means you're going to be in the red for a little bit longer. Maybe you can get some more money somewhere and then you can invest that and bring down your average price paid. However, you learn your lesson. Okay. However, at some point in the future, I do believe that you're going to be back above the price that you're at now and significantly higher. Okay, so just be patient, understand that you have down days as well as up days, and then just learn that if you can get the better of your emotions, you'll be a much better crypto trader. So take this as a nice learning point, guys. It might be a bit painful, but stick at it. Hope you have a great day. Don't worry too much about it. Obviously, don't use money that you can't afford to lose. Hit the like button, subscribe. See you in the Telegram. Bye-bye.